I've seen this recent influx of accounts that are all for like promoting men.
I know, isn't it amazing that we've gotten to the point in our society where we recognize that men and women both suffer from disadvantages, and women can raise up the voices of men, and men can raise up the voices of women.
It's just white women. Just white women.
I didn't know this was a discussion on race, but since you've only seen white women advocate for men, you believe it's only white women. But as somebody who advocates, I'm familiar with the space, and guess what? I follow Black women, Indigenous women, Saudi Arabian women, Hispanic women, and they're all advocates for men. All different races. It's amazing if you look out in the world what you might see.
Over there calling feminism cancer.
You are right there. I do say that feminism is cancer. Actually, I use it as a hashtag. I don't say those words until just now. I also use hashtag women against feminism because I believe that feminism has become incredibly toxic and harmful in our society. And the hatred that is spread by the movement is contributing to the men's mental health crisis in our country, and part of the reason why suicide rates in men are 3.88 times higher than they are in women.
Trying to nitpick videos and stuff like that.
Now, about those videos, yep, totally call those videos out because I call out toxicity in men and in women because it's better for our society that we get rid of the toxic and hold them accountable.
Ignoring any facts you try to give them.
I don't ignore facts or statistics. I do ignore opinions that are rooted in prejudice and hatred. But in your videos, your comment section as well as mine, you have put what you consider facts and statistics. And I've asked you for links to show me where that information came from, which you've never been able to provide.
White women are so whipped.
So we're back to white women again. And you believe that we're whipped. And you laugh about it. But if you believe someone was whipped, that means you think they're under somebody else's control. And instead of laughing, you might want to reach out a hand and attempt to help. But nope, you didn't do that, did you?
It's funny. You guys are like dogs barking for your masters.
Roof. Wait, you just referred to white female men's advocates as dogs and said we're barking for our masters. You know, that's a moderately misogynistic viewpoint to think that a woman is not intelligent enough to make her own decisions, think for herself, speak for herself, and do for herself without being controlled by a man.
Any sort of little heat on them, you're gonna be like, oh no, it's not like that.
A condescending, mimicky tone. Oh no, it's not like that. Well, then what is it like? Feminists don't spread hatred to men. There's not an entire song that's getting popular that you said was true called, what is it called again? Let's listen to it. Yeah, dead men don't rape. You know what? All men aren't dead, and not all men rape. But that song is a call to violence against all men. And those women in that crowd are angry and bitter and screaming it at the top of their lungs and chanting it. It's a call to action. You think that's okay. You think that's appropriate. And you wonder why we advocate for men, women like myself, women with a son.
Shouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's how white men made y'all.
That's how white men made us. As if they're supreme rulers and masters. As if there aren't white men suffering in poverty. As if there aren't white men that die of suicide. As if there aren't white men struggling to pay their bills. You know, pretty much every gender and every race has some disadvantage that they suffer. Just because I'm white and I have white privilege doesn't mean that I don't have disadvantages that I suffer in this world. Those things are not mutually exclusive. And just because he's a man doesn't mean that he controls me or made me the way I am. But I will say, I was made the way I am by an amazing mother and a father. And guess what? He was a white man.
Following the grind.
Following the grind? I don't really know what grind you think I'm following. I am a single stay-at-home mom who volunteers and advocates for charity, who has my own money. my own bank account, my own investments. I don't need to work. My life is pretty fucking good. I spend a lot of my time talking and advocating for men, and I do that because of women like you that spout statistics that you can't back up, say things that have no confounded research behind them and are just beliefs of hatred towards men. And you say it continually over and over again with confidence. And you know where that confidence comes from? It comes from being backed by the feminist cult, who parrot one another's voices over and over and over again until you believe so much within that echo chamber that you'll say anything to raise up the voices of women. But what you don't realize is those voices are just toxicity and hate. And one day soon, you'll realize that. And it'll be too late to save yourself. Now, I'm going to get back to barking for my master. Arf, arf! You have the day you deserve, darling.